bit of a dickhead, was Kyber.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to rule over the material plane, over all of the 13 planes.
Okay.
So she killed Sybaris, like
Mm-hmm.
straight up and straight down, cold
Yep.
blooded murder out in the streets, and ripped him to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Eberron fought with Kyber
Okay.
and bound Kyber in her coils, but could not defeat her.
Mm.
So Eberron became a living prison,
Mm.
a world designed to contain the evil of Kyber. And this is a unique story. This is not a unique story, I should say. It is shared by almost every culture in the setting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sybaris, who was ripped to pieces, became a ring of golden shards, which is wrapped around the planet,
Okay.
almost like a Jupiter kind of or a Saturn kind of ring, but cool and glowy and magical. Um,
This is just a better characters.
and
Can't even know fucking planets.
hey man, um, and it is this ring of dragon shards that is said to be the source of magic.
Okay.
Uh, Eberron is the world, so the source of all life, and Kyber is the Underdark and the source of the aberrations and the fiends. And Eberron and Kyber are in eternal conflict as one tries to break free from the other. Um, that is pretty much how shit happened. That is how the world came to be. That is what every child knows, which is always fun. Another thing that every child would know is an event that happened about 4 years ago. All right. It's something called the Great War, or the Last War, even. It's called the Last War because, much like the First World War, it sucked real bad. And people thought that it would be the last one. I don't think it will be. Um, for hundreds of years after sentient life came to Eberron, the continent of Corvair, where all of this takes place, was united under the kingdom of Galifar. That didn't go great because the king, King Jarrett, died, and conflict over succession of the throne ripped the land to pieces. Um, it was a terrible struggle. It was a century long conflict where each one of the five nations participated, traded alliances, and years and years of stalemate and intense battles. Um, that was all well and good until the war was abruptly brought to an end by an event called the Morning. Not the fun kind at the start of the day, but the sad kind that you do when people die. Um, the entire nation of Sire was wiped off the face of the map. A spooky, gray, magical mist now covers the whole of the nation, and few who go in ever come back out. Nobody actually knows how the Morning happened, but they're so fucking scared that it's going to happen to them that the war came to an end. It's kind of a Cold War scenario where the nations are all more scared of getting wiped out by whatever caused the Morning than whatever they're going to do to the other nations. And so this brings me to another question that you need to ask of your character. Having lived on the continent of Corvair, because that's where you're living, um, and presumably having experienced the last war, two questions. Did your character serve in the last war? And did the Morning affect them? So think on that. It's
Okay.
important things to do. Um, do, 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 do. Our story, fortunately enough, is not necessarily as broad as the entire continent. We get to be a little bit more chill about things. Only slightly, though, because our story begins in the city of Sharn, called the City of Towers, for exactly the reason that you think. It's made up of a bunch of fucking towers.
No,
Um,
really?
yeah, yeah. Who would have fucking thought, right?
Who'd have thunk it?
Um, The towers rise up until they disappear in the clouds. Lights gleam in 1,000 windows. Sky coaches work their way through the maze of bridges connecting the towers, and up above, you can see the burning rings of elemental powered airships. It is the cosmopolitan center of the entire continent, more or less. Ever since the fall of Sire, Sharn is where people go to do things. Um, Now, we're not talking about lame, stupid towers. When people hear towers, they think of graceful little spires, the sort of thing that you would see poking up in the corner of like a castle or something like that. Uh, they do have those. There are lots of them. But the foundation of the city is core towers, and the walls of those towers are so thick you could fit a castle in one. You've got outside districts where you get to see the open air, built on bridges and platforms. You've got turrets built on the core tower walls and bridges in between them. You've got dudes who live in the middle who live and work in the walls themselves. The city is huge. It's incredibly vertical. It ranges all the way from the nobles and the elite up in the clouds to whatever the fuck is going on in the underbelly. There is crime, there is magic, and there are lots of people who fall to their death. So when you're walking on bridges, be careful. Falling hurts. Have you both had the opportunity to think about those questions that I last asked you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, bueno. Because now I need to figure out who the fuck you are, where the fuck you are, and what you did.
Who the fuck are you?
If
Who the
you're
fuck are
here,
you?
you did something, and we have to find out what. So this is going to be a little bit more individual. This might be a little boring. I apologize, but it'll be worth it in the long run. First things first. Both of you roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
7.
7?
7.
I got
7.
10.
Okay, Sam, we're starting with you.
Okay.
That's how this plays out. First question is, are you from Sharn? Or are you from one of the different nations?
What are the other nations about?
Ah, okay. Now we're getting into some fucking heavy shit. Let me fucking flip my book loudly. Because I need to give. It's
Yeah, well,
really
because
fucking hard
my
to
guy's
do all
very
this.
particular in his stuff, so it would depend on what the nations are about.
Okay, well, while I flip through, tell me about your guy.
Okay,
What
so
motivates?
what motivates my turtle?
No, what motivates your fucking other character that you didn't bring today? Yeah, what motivates your fucking turtle?
So my character is Master Yago. Um, he is a Tortle cleric. So his backstory would have just. I'm kind of tweaking it to what you have, but not too much. Basically, I'm saying that he was too young at the time to participate in the last war, but he did get affected by the mourning, because that is why he had the sudden death of his master, who was the one that took him in when he was orphaned, and
Mm-hmm.
he kind of raised him in the ways of the cleric. However, when his master went away to the war and died, it kind of drove Yago a little bit crazy, and he basically tried to find a way to bring his master back. In doing so, he broke most of the rules that his master had set for him, and he ended up becoming obsessed with finding a way to bring back the dead. It began to change him and his personality. He started searching for a way to bring his master back, taking up the mantle of master himself and scaring his way up to the title of sage. He still practices necromancy and dances with death.
Okay. So, based on that, I can recommend you some places.
Okay.
And if you don't like them, we can go through all of them.
Okay. Let's go.
First thing is, you could be from nowhere. You could just be a nomad.
Okay.
That's always possible, especially if you're looking for a way to bring your master back.
Okay.
Roaming, trying to find magic, it's everywhere in Eberron. Would be a particularly good place to do.
Okay.
One thing that you may find interesting is the nation of Karnath, which is very well known for its necromancy. Karnath, during the last war, suffered from severe food shortages and plagues, and as a result, the king embraced a certain necromantic national religion, which bolstered Karnath's forces with undead. So if you are searching to bolster your knowledge in necromancy, Karnath may be the place for you.
Yes.
Uh,
So is this where I'm from, or is this where I'm wanting to go?
This is where you would be from.
Okay, well then it wouldn't make sense for me to be
Necromancy.
from Karnath because I'm trying.
Necromancy is not typically okay.
Exactly. So but that's what I mean. So I think in this scenario, I wouldn't be from Karnath. I would be trying to get to Karnath because maybe because from what I'm doing, necromancy is frowned upon in where my master's from. I am trying to bring him back, and so I am breaking all the rules of where I'm from, and I need to go somewhere else. So Karnath is probably maybe where I'm going, or where my end goal is, but it wouldn't be where I'm from, because that would not really make sense. Because then my master should have been a necromancer, and then I should have already been able to bring him back to life.
You could just not be a really good necromancy.
Fuck you,
Yeah,
Spencer.
you just suck.
No.
You could just suck.
No. What are the other ones? Is there any is there any like holy ones, like ones that actually have to do with clerics and like?
Well, you could always be from the ecclesiastical nation of Thrain,
Thrain,
which is a church state.
Perfect. Done. Thrain.
Okay, fantastic. So Thrain is based in the Church of the Silver Flame, which, believe it or not, doesn't particularly like the undead. Necromancy is frowned upon.
Yes.
I am assuming that this is not your god.
No. I switched gods when my bastard died because I thought, obviously his god didn't protect him.
Marvelous. May I suggest to you the Blood of Vol, which is known for death and life.
I was gonna say I think that's who I actually have.
Fantastic.
Let me just double check notes. Not notes. Maybe notes? No, not notes. Description. There we go. Yes, the Blood of Vol is already what my faith is.
Okay, fantastic. And now the question becomes, what brought you to Sharn?
Probably my parents, who then fucking died.
Okay, so from the church city, you came to the glorious metropole of Sharn during the war?
Wait, sorry, hang on. Where's Sharn? What's
If your
Sharn?
parent-
Is Sharn the necromancy place?
It's
No.
where we are now.
Sharn is
sorry,
the
no.
major city that you are
What-
starting in.
What brought me to Sharn would probably be me searching for stronger necromancy.
Okay, which
Yeah,
is
no.
a good place to go.
Yeah.
Because almost anything can be found in the hollowed towers of Sharn. Marvelous. And just while I switch over to Spencer, think on a story from your past, from your travels, that you think is particularly interesting to you and your character.
Why? Because you want me to forget it?
No, because I need to know what your fucking character did. And you need to know what your character did.
I know what my character did. I just didn't know what he did in your world.
Yeah, name one thing. One very specific story.
He's an edgy boy.
That's not a story. That's just a series of poor mistakes in high school. So you can think on a very specific story from your character's past that is particularly central to his development.
Gotcha.
Spencer.
Yep.
I am going to ask you many of the same questions.
I know.
First off, are you from Sharn?
I will probably go with yes.
Okay.
Middle to lower class, somewhere in there.
Okay. And what do you do in Sharn? How do you make a living?
I make a living by liberating artifacts from where people have hidden them.
All right. Would you call yourself a thief?
Yes, I
Yes.
Okay. Marvelous.
Very much
Now,
so.
Sharn is in possession of several criminal families. Do you
Ooh.
associate with one of these major criminal organizations, or do you go free range and run the risk of running into all of them? And I can tell you which organizations they are if you want to know.
What you gonna do, Spencer? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when he comes for you?
I would say for now he's being on his own,
Mhm.
due to, I mean, having been inducted into anyone specifically yet,
Okay.
and just poor group dynamics with people he has tried to work with before,
Right. Fair
uh,
enough.
of betrayal and sabotage, so he has decided to more be on his own
Makes sense.
Okay.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
and not
Now,
depend on people.
I will give you the names and the information for these criminal houses because you would know of them,
Mhm.
and it's important information to have. The first is the Boromar clan, founded by halflings. It is tied to one of the noble houses and is extremely influential in Sharn. It is best known for the fact that it doesn't necessarily enjoy violence. It is more of a deception, bribery kind of scenario.
Okay.
Um, the second is the Dask, spelled with two A's, Daask. These are monsters. They're monsters and thugs. They really enjoy violence. They're pretty much like the number two seat of criminal power in Sharn at the moment. Yeah, not much else to say other than violence is their modus operandi.
Fair enough.
There are the Tyrants, which are it is a criminal organization exclusively made up of changelings that gather secrets and use them for nefarious purposes. Their goals are their own, but they're real fun. So if you like changelings, it's the Tyrants. And last but not least, of the major four criminal organizations is House Tarkanen. They're not actually a noble house; they just call themselves a house, and it is made up of cast-offs from the major houses who are looking to basically get revenge.
Like cast-offs from the major noble houses.
Yes.
Okay.
Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. Now, my question for you, Spencer. First off, did you serve in the last war?
What year are we saying it is?
It's 4 years after the end of it.
I would say no. I avoided getting involved.
Okay. As an expression of neutrality, or did you draft dodge?
Dodge.
Fair enough. Um, what is your character's end game? What does your character hope to achieve?
To become the best thief he can.
Okay.
The
And is that measured in power or wealth?
um, little little of both, little of neither. More from being able to get in where no one else can.
Okay. Okay. So the wealth is just a
So skill.
byproduct of
You
your
add the
incredible
third one.
skill.
Your skill.
Yeah, the skill, and then from there the renown that would come with being the best.
Naturally. Naturally. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Just like with Sam, Spencer, think of a story from your character's past that you think is particularly interesting. Again, I don't care what it is. Just think about it. It's good to know.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get into this bad boy.
Sounds good.
And physical books suck. Gotta
I
flip through
know
so much.
D&D Beyond's great. Hashtag sponsored, not.
I just use 5e tools and that solves the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Then why aren't you using it right now?
Mostly because I have the physical book.
Mostly because no.
Look, I paid the fucking money for it. I'm gonna use it.
True.
Okay. Fantastic. 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 Uh, okay. So we will start with Master Yago. Master Yago, it is a day much like any other day.
Mm-hmm.
You are on a kind of scuzzy, middle of the road barge heading down the Dagger River as you look to gain access to Sharn, the city of towers. You're following a particularly reputable lead that you acquired through ways secret to yourself that would indicate that, hey, if you're looking for pretty much anything, you can probably find it in Sharn. Um, so you found a boat, you've gotten some transportation, and you have some idea of where to start looking, which is the entire city of Sharn. The barge comes to a slow stop along the outer edge of the lower city, just next to the uh, district of Dura, which you would know almost immediately is well known for being, well, Dura. And that's all that it's really well known for. Uh, where would you like to go as this boat comes into dock and you are shooed off by people looking to unload their wares and load more on?
I guess I would like to go and search for the nearest temple or uh, like basically somewhere that would have like a large amount of knowledge that I could sift through.
Well, what kind of knowledge are you looking for? Is the question. Are you looking
Necromancy.
for the kind of knowledge that comes from people? So, like an inn or a tavern? Are you looking for book knowledge, like a library
Uh,
or a magical location?
Probably book knowledge.
Okay, okay. Um, you look around Dura, and again, Dura is known for being Dura, which is not an ideal place to start, especially considering you are very low to the ground. Most of those who are capable of casting magic tend to make a lot of money doing so and rise closer to the top. Um, that being said, as you kind of ask around, talking to people, you hear of a temple district called Fallen, which might have what you're looking for. It was abandoned after a floating tower crashed into the temple district
Mm.
and is now a collection of ruins and lost knowledge.
Hmm. Okay. Am I supposed to make a decision on something?
I mean, do you want to go there?
Sure. Yeah. It
You
sounds
want to ask other
exciting.
people? What do you want to do?
No, I think I want to head there. That sounds like the best course of action for
Okay.
knowledge searching.
So it's not a long trip. Fortunately, Fallen is on the lower side of the towers,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't have to take any bridges or any lifts or hire a griffin or anything like that. You just kind of walk your way through, and the area gets more and more kind of run down, seedy. There's large pieces of masonry scattered around where people have been either too lazy or too weak to move it from wherever it landed on. Um, you kind of come into this large, kind of like a square or an opening.
Okay.
Um, where in the very middle of it, it looks to be the top of a tower. There isn't the rest of a tower, it's just the top of a tower just kind of sitting there. And it looks like many, um, what's the word, sellers or purveyors of goods has set up around that. So this
Oh,
seems to be
merchants.
some
Okay.
kind of town square,
Okay.
if you will.
Gotcha. Um.
Off on the far side of the square, you
Mhm.
see what looks to be an inn. Um the only way you can really tell is by looking at the incredibly poorly painted sign out front that just says "in," but it's only one N. Um, and there are several like open shops around the edges. None of them seem to be advertising what's in them, though.
Mm, okay. Can I kind of tell what's in them from the outside? Like, can I see like the items that are like in the windows, or maybe they're
There are no
outside?
windows.
Well, okay, but do they? Is there someone outside trying to beckon people in? Can I hear what they're saying?
No,
No. Okay.
these are
Um.
just open doors.
Gotcha.
People are walking in, people are walking out.
Can I
You assume
can
it's
I
a store.
can I see what they're holding when they walk out?
From which one of the stores? There are
Uh,
four scattered around.
what whatever number one is.
Okay. You stand for a while in the middle of the square and kind of slap away the hands of dudes trying to sell you shit. No, you don't want a rug. Um, and you watch as people come in and out of the store. Um, it's hard to tell. No one comes out actually carrying anything in their hands. But what sound comes from the backpacks and the bags that they carry is the sound of clinking glass.
Hmm. Potions or other things. Um. What about store number two? Can
Okay, same thing.
s-
You stand and wait
mhm.
and watch
Yep.
as the people come out and
3 hours
into this
pass.
place. 3 hours pass of just you watching dudes. Um, this one's a lot easier to tell than the first one. No audio clues required. People walk in without weapons and come out with weapons.
Gotcha. Um. Store number three.
Door number three. Door number three. You do the same thing.
Yep.
You sit on the edge of the tower in the
Several
middle.
hours later.
Several hours later, it takes like 5 minutes. Um, you see people walking out with scribing supplies. They're walking out with parchment. They're walking out with scrolls.
Mm,
People are coming out with quills, jars of ink. Um, some guy walks out with like a box, like a big cargo box filled with incense.
mm. Door number 4. Final door.
Uh, Door number 4. People go in. People don't come out.
Oh. Oh.
They went
know-
in the indoor and went out the outdoor. It's on the other side.
Yeah, it's written in blood that says out. Because I'm now mildly interested, I want to go to door 4. I
Okay,
want to go in the inn.
Okay, you walk into door number 4. This is not in with one N. This is
No, I know.
this is just place. Um, it is actually called place. It's spelled
Oh.
with an S.
No. Nice.
Nobody said the people in the Temple District were particularly smart after the tower hit. You walk in and it looks like a bar. Like
Oh, it isn't
it's dark. It's kind of grimy and gross.
Oh, did I just walk in a strip club?
There's people sitting at tables having mugs of something. There's a particularly angry looking man, a warforged, in fact,
Oh,
tending the bar.
okay.
And as you walk in, it's like one of those like Western moments where everyone turns to look at you.
Hang on. I just want to see real quick what I just gotta double check what my guy would probably like want to do in these kind of situations because he's not necessarily he's not a charismatic person.
Also, a giant walking on 2 legs turtle.
Yes, who has a spooky things. And
It's more
is
common than you think.
A little bit pale, like that he's done some weird shit.
Yeah, they're all looking at you like, "Oh wow, that turtle's really pale. Is he getting enough
Yeah.
sunlight?"
Yeah. Yeah, I probably just kind of shrug off. Like I probably don't even realize everyone's really staring at me, and I probably just kind of like look around, kind of think, this debauchery has nothing to do with what I'm looking for, and then goes back to door number 3 with the scribing items.
Okay, so everybody like watches you. You like shuffle around for like 30 seconds, then you leave. They're just like
Yeah.
they just go back to drinking.
Yep.
Um, you go into door number 3, this shop where people have been coming out with all kinds of scribing supplies and quills and ink and paper and all that shit.
Yeah.
It is like a full 180 in terms of atmosphere from door number 4 place. It's unnamed. There's no indication of what it's called or anything like that. But it's lit by this kind of warm, yellowish glow that makes you think of candles. But who would be so fucking stupid as to have candles lit in a place filled with paper? And you can see that it comes from lanterns that are dangling down from the ceiling. It smells like incense. There are devotional symbols of every kind hanging from the walls, amulets, medallions, whatever the fuck you call those things you hang on your wall, art pieces, all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
On the shelves as you walk in, because as you enter the building on your left and on your right, there are shelves. On your left, is kind of like a bookstore kind of scenario. It's got a whole bunch of books. On your right, it's kind of got like a grab all of shit you need to do magic. Here's some paper, here's some ink, here's some quills. You want some incense? We got some of that. It's in a bargain bin. Here are some yellow rubber duckies for when your incantations fail and you don't know why. Then at the back of the store, past these shelves, is a long kind of countertop, behind which is an extremely wizened and old looking elvish man who is just kind of standing there. He's not even looking at you, he's just standing there.
Okay. I guess I'll ask him if he happens to know anything about the darker arts.
Um, okay, so you walk up to him. What are you
Mhm.
saying specifically?
Um, do you have any scrolls on the darker arts?
Well, uh, get your darkness spell.
What do you mean by darkness spell?
It makes darkness. It's a darkness spell.
I think you are misunderstanding the term of the dark arts.
It makes things dark, doesn't it? What what are you saying? I got Oh, hold on. No. No, I know what you need. I got a scroll over here that's for blindness. Makes people see dark,
Once again,
but
I'm starting to
more.
question how you own this store. Um,
You want to buy some scribing supplies?
do you have anything on necromancy?
What? No, no. This is we don't have that kind of stuff here. That's bad stuff. You gotta go. Not here.
Do you know where I could go other than here?
You could take a look on my shelves over there, see what's on the books.
You just said it wouldn't be here.
I don't know what's on the bookshelves. I don't do that.
I don't know who this character is, but I already hate him. um, I guess I just start rummaging through the bookshelves.
Okay, roll me a D100 for your first search through.
Okay. I rolled a 51.
Okay, so you search through the bookshelves. This is like the worst, um, like secondhand bookstore you've ever seen. Like it is not organized. Um, Not only are things like not in an organized fashion, some of the spines are backwards. Some of them just don't have names. There are books behind books. Like
Mhm.
it sucks. It sucks
Okay.
real bad.
Okay.
But eventually, you do find a uh, a large, like well, not large, like a medium sized tome bound in black leather. Um, and you're looking at it, you're like, okay, I don't know what's in this, but it sure does look spooky.
Okay. Can I open it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I will even allow you to read it if you want.
Lovely. I would like to read the first page, preferably the title.
Okay, so you crack it open. It's dusty. It's gross. It has
It's
probably
good.
never actually seen the light of day. Like you have to physically pry the pages open, right? Like this is not easy for you to do.
Okay.
Um, and you're like, why the fuck is this so hard? Like this has to have something in it. And you open it up, and the title is A Night to Surrender.
Mm. Is it being cryptic? Can I turn to
I mean, it's a
chapter?
title.
Can I turn to chapter one?
Yeah, yeah. Chapter one. There are no like chapter headings or subheadings. It just says chapter one.
Okay.
Um, Go ahead and make me an intelligence check, just a flat intelligence roll.
Okay.
Is it Knight with a K? Or just an N?
No, no, it's just night, like the dark one.
Okay.
That would be a 5.
Okay. Um, you're reading through this and you're like, okay, hold on, this might have something to it. And so you spend like probably 15 minutes flipping through and reading through it until you get to a point and you just look at it and you're like,
It's
this is just a really poorly written erotic novel.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like this is
I was
like
like, it was
this
sticky because of other reasons.
this bit. I understand why it's sticky now. I don't want to touch this anymore.
Can I like kind of like send daggers over to the gentleman and just be like, why do you have this in your store?
He just kind of like looks at. He doesn't look at you. He looks over in your general direction. What? What did you find over there?
Can I slide it across the table to him and say this debauchery?
And he'll like open it and he'll flip through it, but he doesn't do it well. He'll like flip through it like one page and then he'll flip like five. It's tough. And he's go, oh yeah, I've never seen this book in my life. And I've been around for a while. Let me tell you, Sonny.
I knew he had more to say. Can I I guess can I just like sassily close the book and kind of be like, shame on you, and leave?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Um,
That's you could absolutely do that for
um,
sure.
and I guess I will. Can I like start looking around to see if I can spot anyone that looks a little shady that I could maybe
Yeah, absolutely.
get some information from?
M- Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
While this happens, Spencer, can you roll a d100 for me?
Perception check.
25.
Perception.
25.
Perception.
Okay, interesting.
I got a 15.
Okay. It's pretty easy to find the shadiest people in this establishment. It's the dudes over by Place, because it's called Place, and people go in and they don't come back out.
True. Okay.
Spelled with an S.
That means it must be bad. Wait, master spelled with an S. um. Okay, I guess I'll head back over there and this time make a little bit more of an entrance than just standing there and like kind of like snooping around, just kind of like
Yeah, yeah.
sauntering
Same
in,
thing.
just like
They
I know
all
what I'm
just
here for now.
they all just turn and look at you.
Um, can I just like cause so my guy has like very he's like very palish skin. And and if I'm correct, he has like, I just have to double check to make sure before I say something wrong or something. Yeah, he's got like piercing white eyes. Can I just like do like a scan of just like looking at everyone that's staring at me and just kind of like, seeming very off-putting as I like scan each person and try and
Yeah. Go ahead.
see
Go ahead and
who
make an
who I can-
intimidation check.
Okay. I'm not very intimidating apparently. Oh, never mind. Fucking 18.
Okay. Some of the like skinnier, weaker looking, obviously not on top of the food chain dudes, um, just like turn away. They look down into their mugs. Um, but like the majority of the bar is still looking at you a little funny.
Mhm. Do I notice anyone? Do I notice anyone that's kind of got that like undead vibe? Like they, like, you know what I mean? Kind of like what I have with the whole like pearly skin, white eyes, maybe not the healthiest looking creature.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
I'm gonna say with disadvantage because you're in a dark room.
Oh, okay. I got 13 and 17, so 13.
You got a mixed bag of dudes in here. They're not all human. In fact, a lot of them are not any like what you would consider non-monstrous race. There's a lot of kind of more questionable races in here. The stuff that you'd kind of associate with some of the less quote unquote civilized areas of the continent. You're seeing goblins, and not the nice kind that like work in the mercantile guilds or anything like that. You're seeing like there's a minotaur in the back just chilling. Um, Lots of goblinoids out and about. Several orcs. There's a second warforged, not just the one who is behind the bar. You see in particular one elf where they have this. It looks like a birthmark on, but it's on their face. It's not like the correct color for a birthmark. It's like a bright purple, almost like a bolt of cloth kind of deal. So it's a bright purple, and it, like most birthmarks, doesn't seem to be making any kind of pattern or form or anything like that. You're just like, oh, that's a funky birthmark.
Can I go talk to Funky Birthmark guy? Tom.
Yeah, I mean, you can walk up to him.
Okay, yeah, I'll walk up to him. And just kind of be like, you seem like the type that might know of the dark arts.
What, like blindness?
I swear to God, this town is going to die.
Look, I don't know who you are. I don't know what your deal is. I know that you walked in here twice. Weird, by the way. If you're looking for work or whatever the fuck it is that you're doing, I go talk to Durin over at the bar. I don't want anything to do with you. Especially considering the first time you walked in, you just walked in, stared at us for like 30 seconds, and then walked out. It's weird. That's a weird thing to do.
Says the one with the weird purple birthmark and questioning eyesight.
He takes offense to that, as does most of the bar. So they're standing up and they are being very physically threatening towards you. Hands on weapons. And so he's just like up in your face. He has a hand on the short sword at his hip, and he just kind of looks at you and goes, "Do you want to say that again?"
Oh, sorry, did someone cash deafness earlier?
Okay, he's gonna stab you. As is everyone else at the bar. I don't know where you thought this was going.
I was gonna say, reaction shell defense, get fucked.
Okay, so like 6 dudes are just gonna try to beat the shit out of you, I guess.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
Hang on, one second. I gotta double check something. Okay, cool. I can't do that. Lovely. So roll initiative. That's 5.
Okay. They are all going ahead of you.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go for it. Let's see this shit happen.
All right, marvelous.
Mhm.
So, the guy with the elf
Yep.
with the short sword is
Yep.
going to make 2 attacks.
Okay.
Because he's a big boy. The first one's going to be a 25.
That does hit.
Okay, the second one is a 13.
That does not hit.
Okay, so you're taking some short sword damage.
Okay.
All right, taking 6 points of damage.
Ooh. Okay.
The other 7 guys are not bothering to draw a weapon. They're just going to try to beat the shit out of you.
Okay.
because that's just how that's going to go.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's your AC?
19.
Okay, so 2 get through, 1 with a 19 and 1 with a natural 20.
Fuck. I might be dead, actually.
Here's the 19.
Man, this turtle's a fucking dick. Let's stop.
It's going to be 3 points of damage on the 19.
Okay.
The natural 20 only rolls a 1 on his damage dice, so you're taking 2 damage.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay. These guys bludgeon you into unconsciousness and throw you out onto the street. And while you are unconscious for the next 1d4 hours, we're going to jump over to Spencer. I don't know what we thought was going to happen. But yeah, that did. I like to think that Master Iago just learned a very valuable lesson in reading the room.
He can't raise his master back because he doesn't know necromancy. He's made no progress into learning.
He's made 0 progress. Oh my goodness. Okay, Spencer. I just want to make sure I have the right character for you, Spencer. Are you Charles?
No.
Okay. What is your
in the-
character?
Is it in
It is not in the campaign.
Yeah, no, I haven't made it on D&D Beyond.
Okay, that's fine. So, what is your character's name, and what do they look like?
Throw that one. So name is Thumb, and I'll make it on D&D Beyond again later. He's a young half elf. About just over average height. Typical half elf build. Beyond that, he doesn't wear any, anything that will make him stand out. Kind of defeats the point of being a thief. He has, simple, leathers on just to give him some protection, but not so much as to stand out. Yeah.
Okay. Marvelous. And what was your character's name again?
Thom.
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 Okay. Solid. 1 second. So the D100 that I had you roll, you've just finished a job. Independent contract. Not necessarily a personal gig, one that was sponsored to you, but was providing enough of a challenge to be worth your time. You were over at the Memphis Plateau, which, to provide some context, where Sam was, which was
which is dead.
Where's the map? Yeah, we're fucking just the big dead. Sam was down in Lower Dura. You are like a bridge away. You're in the next district over, kind of deal, over at the Memphis Plateau. Now, in Upper Memphis, there is a place called the Ivy Towers. It's a residential district. It's got comfortable homes, modest apartments, and this is where the students and faculty of the Moorgrave Magical University tend to live. One of the students has taken offense to something that one of their teaching assistants has said to them in their magical seminar, and so they've hired you to break in and steal from this magically inclined individual. It was tough. It was difficult, but you were able to pull it off. You circumnavigated a number of magical traps, managed to avoid an alarm spell, and got out with exactly what you needed, a small envelope that was found in the desk of this TA. And you are on your way now to meet up with the person who gave you this contract, a young gnome named Wilbur.
Okay.
And he has specifically wanted to meet you in Lower Memphis, down in a district called Torchfire.
Okay.
There are many options for you to get down there. You could walk. You could try to take one of the various magical lifts. You could hire a sky coach, or even just pay a mage to cast Featherfall on you and jump off one of the bridges.
Probably would just walk. Rather not spend what I don't necessarily need to, and I can make my own way.
Oh, solid. It takes you about an hour to get from Upper to Lower Dura. And this is made incredibly easy by the fact that there's a lot of staircases. Fun fact, if you make a city out of towers, you gotta have a lot of stairs. You catch a ride on one of the magical lifts down. You kind of swagger your way through the town before you make it to the Torchfire district. Now, being a resident of Sharn, you know the Torchfire district. It is a place with a terrible reputation, celebrated for cheap entertainment and dangerous alleyways. Its theaters, however, specialize in musical comedy and lots of opportunities for amateur musicians to get a stage. Specifically, Wilbur has asked to meet you in one of the seedier theaters, a place called the Runny Nose. Spelled like can OWS.
Okay.
You make your way to the Runny Nose. It's not the easiest to find, but you have lots of time to look. And you make your way in. It's dark, lots of like faded and stained red satin. It's like a burlesque dancer's worst nightmare in there. It's super gross. Go ahead and make me a perception check to see if you can find Wilbur in this darkened locale.
10.
10 is a gnome. You just look for the smallest thing in the room. It's not particularly difficult. He's sitting in a booth off to the side, kind of out of the way of the light. And he looks like he's sitting with a selection of other individuals. One halfling and one orc.
This is what he wanted me to do, so walk up to him and get his attention.
They seem, between the three of them, to be having a very heated conversation, especially between the orc and the halfling. It looks like they're about to come to blows. And as you show up, it's a very similar experience to what to what Sam just went through, where they just kind of like all look at you. But as soon as Wilbur recognizes who you are, he goes, okay. No, it's cool. I know this guy. Here, come on, sit down right here. He's the guy that I got to go get, the thing. And the the orc and the halfling just kind of like look at each other and then nod. And they settle down, and Wilbur kind of beckons for you to sit down next to him.
No other reason not to. I'll sit with him.
Okay. All right, Dom, these are my friends. The short one over there. Her name's and it's pronounced like that too. Sa. And the orc. That's Gull. Spelled like gull, but only got one L. He's real strange.
And they both kind of nod to you.
Did you get what I asked for?
Got it right here. Got your half of the contract.
Oh, yeah. No, I got the money. You don't have to worry about the money. You just come on. Let me see it. Let me see it. Put it like right there. Put it right there. Yeah, on the table.
Put it on the table, but keep my hand on it.
Okay. Gentlemen, sir, go. Where? How we feeling? Deliver the package. Everything's looking good. I say we pay him. Right, guys?
And they both kind of like very slowly nod, like, yes, we pay people for doing work. That's how that works. And Wilbur kind of like reaches into a pocket and pulls out a small purse.
Okay, there. You go. That's what we agreed on. Not a single thin shim more.
Take it from him. Just do a quick, not necessarily taking each piece out, but just quickly looking through, make sure it matches up.
Shines like gold, and that's what you were being paid in.
Yep.
Okay. Now, while I have you here, you want to do another job for us? For me? Sorry. Not them. Me. Right, guys? Right.
Well, depend on what's involved.
It'll pay a lot better than this one. Like, we're talking a lot. And all you gotta do is pick up a package and take it somewhere else.
So, like, you could hire anyone for that.
Yeah, but we like you. You did a job for us, me. We trust you. I trust you. We got trust going on. I could pay any mook, sure, but I want to pay the mook I know. We know. I know. We know.
Understand that in this line. What's the catch with it? Where's the package?
No.
Where does it have to go?
No. There's no catch. There's no catch. No. Why would there be a catch? There's no catch. There's no catch. Okay. I'll tell you what it is. You're gonna go down to the stone yard. You know the stone yard, right down in the lower north edge. So where all the shifters are. So you're gonna go down. You're gonna go down the stone yard, and there's this street. It's called Cut Street because they cut people. And you're gonna wait there. The package is gonna show up, and then you're gonna take it over to Fallen. You know Fallen, Lower Dura, place that got hit by the tower.
Hmm?
You're gonna take it to a place called Place. It's a place for stuff and places. My place, not ours.
Okay, and who am I bringing it to?
You just take it into Place. You'll know the guy.
Okay. Think I can manage that? What are we? Out of curiosity, you said this was, a more financially rewarding job. What are we talking?
Oh yeah. Okay, so we paid you 5 gold to break into this guy's place, take his stuff. Okay, for this, no breaking into places, no taking stuff. You're just taking it one place to another. We're gonna give you 6 platinum on the table right now. 6 platinum pieces. I mean, I'm gonna give you 6 platinum. We're not gonna do anything. I'm gonna give you 6 platinum pieces, right, guys?
And they both nod.
Yeah.
can say no to that price.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So you're gonna know it's the right package, okay? Because it's gonna be from a guy named Cole. Like the rock thing. Okay? And it's gonna be going to a lady named Jermaine.
Okay.
Okay, great. We got a deal.
And like
We
hold
have
out his tiny halfling hand.
We have a deal, and I'll shake it.
All right, fantastic. Let's get the fuck out of here. We gotta talk business. I mean, I gotta talk business with myself, with no one else.
As long as you don't start answering yourself, and I'll start walking out to the Stoneyard.
Okay, fantastic. We are going to jump back to Sam, who is now conscious. Congratulations.
Oh, I am.
You're conscious again. You are on 1 hit point. You regain consciousness. Your body is sore and aching. You've got a nasty cut on your side from where that elf's short sword made it through your shell-based defense. You felt better.
Let me just. Can I just go ahead and cast Healing Word on myself?
Yeah, 100%. Roll it. Apply it. Live your dreams.
That would be 6 health back.
Awesome.
And I walk back in. No.
You totally could. It would be a power move.
I do walk back in.
Okay.
All
right. Everybody's looking at you because that's what they do. That's what they get paid for. The elf will like immediately stand up and just go, "All right, I'll admit, this takes balls." Look, if you want anything, talk to the Warforged. He'll sort you out.
Is it the Warforged that's just sitting there, or the one that's behind the bar?
He's the one behind the bar.
Okay, so then I walk over to him.
He's standing there polishing a singular mug. The mug's gross. Like he's doing nothing. The rag is filthy. The mug is disgusting. And he just kind of looks at you and he goes, "All right, what do you want?"
Well, I'm kind of looking for a way to increase in the dark arts. Do you know where I could find anything of that?
Okay. I'm going to pull this to you straight. You go around asking for stuff like that, you're going to get your throat cut. People don't like it when people mess with the dead. But if you're looking, all I'm saying is, I've heard there's a guy. Works out of a place called Cut Street. A couple districts over.
That's all.
What, did you want more? Did you want me to walk you over? Did you need a babysitter?
Hang on. Ooh, do I do this?
Try not to get your character killed again. exactly what you're thinking, isn't it?
Well, the first thing I thought was I could smite him.
And then die again. Yeah. Okay.
No. Can I just kind of throw him a stink eye?
Yeah, you're always welcome to throw someone the
Okay.
stink eye.
Can I just kind of be like, look? Can I look down at the cup, look back at him, look down at the cup again, look back at him, and just go, "We'll see."
Do you want to buy?
What?
You want to buy a drink?
Based on the quality of that cup, I have a feeling that this place will need a necromancer real soon. And I just leave.
Hey, 2 pieces of advice for you before you go.
No.
Number 1.
I'm already out of the door. I keep walking.
Okay. So you don't know where Cut Street is. You also don't know what the name of the guy is.
Well, he didn't want to give me more information.
If only you knew what that advice was.
It's fine.
Yeah. So
But I know it's a
now-
place called Cut Street, and there's a guy. I'll find the guy.
Yeah. Coincidentally, you ask around.
Yep.
Go ahead and make me just a flat charisma check to see how this goes.
Oh God. My guy's not charismatic. But he does hit a 14.
Okay, it goes surprisingly well. You talk to a guy, and this guy knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who's actually mostly bear.
But that has nothing to do with what you're looking
and-
for. But he knows a guy.
No. It's exactly, in fact, what you're looking for. Because this guy, who's mostly a bear, is a resident of Cut Street, which you discover is part of the Stoneyard district in the North Edge Quarter, coincidentally, directly next to the City of the Dead.
Very nice, very nice.
Now, they don't know anything about no dark arts other than that one that makes you blind and the one that makes darkness, but they can point you in the right direction to get you over to Cut Street.
Sure, I guess, yeah. I guess I'll take the advice for how to get over there.
Yeah, I mean, you walk for about an hour and a half. It's a long walk from Lower Dura over to Lower North Edge. Make me a perception check.
Okay.
Let's see what you hear as you are making your way
23.
through. Okay, fantastic. You're kind of keeping your ears out, and you're walking through the lower districts, which is not necessarily known to be like the nicest place. So you're hearing a lot of rumors, right?
Oh, did you hear about that fucking dragon thing? They just walked into the place, started talking shit. It was unbelievable. He fought like 16 guys off before they brought him down. He's talking shit to everyone. Who knows what he's doing over there?
You know, you're like, what? That's weird. That's kind of fucked up.
Since my
you
guy's
keep
not
going.
like the smartest, but he's more wise, can he be like, I look like a dragon? Do they mean me?
Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Dragonborn also exists.
Yes, but I don't know if I've met them because I've only seen turtles.
If you were raised in a city, you've seen more than one race.
What about in a racist temple?
That is not how that plays. Another rumor
Temple
that you
of
pick
just
up
turtles.
while you're going with a 23 on your perception, you get a little bit more out of this one particular rumor. It's going around the race of the guy who went into the place changes every time. It's an elf, it's a gnome, it was literally just a toddler with a gun, like all kinds of shit. But one thing always kind of goes through, and that's that they were looking for a necromancer.
Mm.
And everybody's like, ooh, a necromancer. That's crazy. And they all come to the same conclusion. Oh, well, if he's looking for a necromancer, I hear there's a guy called Cole on Cut Street who coincidentally is like right next to the City of the Dead. Uh, Maybe they were looking to find his location, something like that.
Mhm.
That's what you get.
Can I ask one of these people if they happen to know where Cole is?
Um,
Like, as in exactly where to find Cut Street and right next to the City of the Dead?
if you're looking for directions to Cut Street, they will give them to you. If you're looking
Okay.
for specific directions to find coal, they will point you towards the nearest furnace.
What if I said Cole the person?
They will look at you like you're a little racist. The looks hurt. The looks sting a little bit.
Okay, then I'll say, can they guide me to Cut Street?
Yes, they pretty much anyone, like as soon as you make it into what's the name of the fucking place? As soon as you make it into the Stone Yard,
Mm-hmm.
this is like a residential district. This is where most of the shifters of Sharn hang out. Recent immigrants, long established families, the whole nine yards. You roll up to like what seems to be like the community center of this like residential area, which looks like a game court of some kind. Like some shifters are playing a game, and you've just never seen it before.
Interesting.
But like you walk up to like one of the people who is watching the game, and you're like, "Hey, I'm looking for Cut Street," and they're like, "Oh yeah, you go that way, and you make two lefts and a right, and then a second left, and then go straight, and then turn around, and then go back and make another right, and you're at Cut Street."
The walking instructions include a U-turn.
Yeah, man, they were redirecting.
The Google Maps stopped working. I guess I just follow those instructions exactly.
Yeah, you
Google,
follow
I
the
didn't
instructions
ask you
exactly.
anything. Stop.
You
Stop.
go that way. You turn
Yes.
around.
Mhm.
You take two lefts and a right, or maybe it was two rights and a left. You don't really remember, but it gets you to the same place anyway. You go straight, and then you turn around and you go back, and you're on the same street, and you don't know why he included that bit. And then you make the right turn, and you and Bomb come out onto the same street.
Mhm.
So both you, Master Yago, and Tom of the unknown last name, emerge onto what's like very generously described as a street. The houses are all like not one single house on this street is straight up and down. They're all crooked in some way or another. Some of them like lean over the street to such an extent that they make almost like an archway. If somebody doesn't silence their car alarm, I'm going to burn it to the ground. It's still going. They stopped it.
Is this in real life or is this in the street?
I'm a god in real life, also in the street.
It's a
Just-
fantasy setting with cars.
I was gonna say fantasy with cars. Why is there a car alarm? This is why you can't call this a street. This is anarchy.
Magic, baby. But yeah, it's like a very like it's an eclectic taste for sure. Some of these buildings are bending over to form archways almost as the tops of the buildings touch each other over the center of the street. It's surprisingly like wide and open. There are trees growing here, which you didn't think was possible in Sharn. Like that's kind of fucked.
Hmm.
Um, it's a very bustling street. It seems to be some kind of center of commerce, or maybe it's just a main thoroughfare. It's a busy street. There's lots of
Okay.
houses, and you guys arrive at pretty much exactly the same time.
Okay.
And aside, because I forgot to write it down, Saw and Goal were what?
Saw and Ghoul were halfling and orc, respectively.
Hmm.
Okay. So, like, forgot to write was which one was which.
Yeah, no worries.
And Wilbur hadn't told me a place on Cut Street. It was just somewhere on the street, right?
Yeah. Somewhere on the street, a package will be there. You will know it when you see it.
From a dude named Cole.
Yep.
Okay. I'll probably, once I get there, just sort of be keeping an eye out. Potentially, window browsing kind of idea, but not actually getting anything, and just watching for what I think will be what I'm supposed to
Yeah.
for.
Are you gonna keep pacing the street, or are you gonna kind of like find a doorway to stand in?
Mostly just find a doorway, and then when my legs are starting to ache from being in a position, I'll walk around and then
Yeah,
post up at another doorway.
for sure. Um, okay, so you post up. Um, Master Yaga, what are you up to? What are you doing?
Uh. Hmm. I guess I just kind of see if I could spot anyone that maybe runs the description of someone named Cole who could be a necromancer.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. Are you specifically like scanning the crowd? Are you going into any of the like the open buildings kind of deal? How are you looking for them?
I would say probably the crowd first, and then maybe going into the open buildings afterwards.
Yeah. Go ahead. Roll me a perception check.
21.
A lot of people. Um, if you're looking for like a necromancer kind of deal, um, it's hard to tell based on your practical experience in the city so far. They might not be very visually apparent, especially just out on the street. Um, Based on what you can see, looks like most of the people out and about right now, if you were to describe like a magic that they might be more attuned to, they might be more druidic in nature. There's a lot of like earthy browns and greens. You see a guy who's um, like looks very normal, but every once in a while you can see like gills poking out from his neck, carrying a long wooden staff covered with vines and a bright blue gem at the top. Not many people looking like necromancers though.
Am I able to kind of start looking through some of the buildings that are around then?
Yeah. A lot of them are just like, hey, come buy some meat. Hey,
Is it
come get
human
your
meat? No, okay.
no, okay, come get your meat. Hey, we got fresh produce, stuff like that. Um, one building, you are going to walk in. You kind of have to push your way past this very like stereotypically built half elven man in order to get in. And when you go inside, it is a specifically a crematorium.
Okay. So a necromancer's worst nightmare.
Of all the places on this street so far, it's the only one that deals with death.
Can I? Am I able to look around, or do I have to get by the elf?
No, like you're in the shop. You just had to
Okay.
push past him.
Okay.
There's no one in the front, but there is like a doorway to a back area.
Can I? Is there like a counter?
Yep.
Can I kind of knock on the counter and be like, "Anyone home?"
Yeah, 1 minute. And after a couple seconds, this kind of like very thick built man makes his way around from the back room, and he kind of like cleans off his hands with a white handkerchief. He goes, howdy, you're at Cole's Crematorium. How can I help you? You're not looking like my usual clientele in that you're still standing."
Sorry, did he? Sorry, I.
His clientele.
Did he? No, did he say Cole though?
Yeah,
Okay.
Cole's Crematorium. It's
Yeah,
written on
sounds
the.
good.
Oh
Yeah, that's what
no,
I
I
thought.
didn't get that sign done. I did not finish that sign.
My brain just turned off, and I just heard crematorium, and I was just like, "Did he say Cole? I didn't."
The sign that he points to has Cole like Kole, and then it starts to write crematorium with a K, but someone scratched out the K and put a C over it, and they misspelled crematorium to be like cream, like the thing. It's a mess.
Gotcha. Well, I say to Cole that I heard that you and I kind of lower my voice a little bit just so it's not as apparent. But I say I hear you dabble in the dark arts.
I mean, yeah, you could say that. I do tend to work with a lot of dead things. Do you want to see my rates?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Let me go get my book real quick. And he like goes into the back room. And he comes out with like a thicker book. He's like, okay, so how much do you weigh?
That's very
Do you know
rude
that?
to ask a turtle.
Do you know that though, or
Yeah.
do you need me to figure it out?
Oh, I know it.
And it is
500 pounds.
you're 500 pounds. Okay, so we're gonna
I'm a
move you up.
chunky ass turtle, my guy.
Yeah, you're gonna go up a couple of weight brackets here. Now, when you're cremated, do you want like the deluxe package, or are you just looking to get ashed and grassed?
The fuck is the deluxe package?
Oh, you're looking for the deluxe pack. All right, let me tell you, we got the whole thing right and nice. Any religion of your choosing, we'll have a priest come in. We'll have him bless the ashes, bless the fire, the whole thing. We got a personal masseuse on standby. You'll be Ash, but I enjoy it. If you don't have mourners, we can provide some for a slight additional fee. They can do the whole thing: the wailing, the gnashing of teeth, the pulling of the hair. We got some very excellent mourners around here. If it's not too much for me to ask of someone that I've just met, just for the sake of pricing this one out, are you more of a woman liking turtle, or like a man liking turtle?
I think I'm gonna cut this conversation here.
Eh.
What, Spencer, what?
Just wondering if I can hear this conversation.
Yeah, you could probably catch snippets of it. Make a perception check.
Ni- uh, 19 on the die. Perception 21.
You're hearing all of this.
Okay.
um, as I asked earlier, are you not yourself a bit of a necromancer?
I mean, you could say that. I mean, I take dead things and transfer them into life giving things. That's what you mean by that. I make an excellent ash based fertilizer.
Um, God fucking damn it, John. Um, can I say? I'll say the bartender at Warforge at this place called Place uh stated that you were someone that would know a bit about necromancy and what I could learn.
Oh no, I don't. Wait, you mean like actual necromancy, like this, like raising the dead kind of shit?
Yes.
Oh no, I don't mess with that. No, sir. No, that ain't me. I think you've got the wrong feller, or you just got some bad information.
Your name is Cole, correct?
Oh yeah. Well, it's on the sign. You can check the sign if you want.
So I don't believe I have the wrong fellow.
Well, I mean, I'm straight telling you that the closest thing that I got to necromancy is occasionally I like to take the dead people and put on little puppet shows in the back. But like that is between me and mine.
Fuck. Just to clarify, I did say necromancy and not necrophilia.
Hey, whoa! I don't fuck them. That crosses a line.
Oh god. Um can I do an insight check to see if he's telling me the truth? That he
Yeah, for
doesn't in
sure.
fact
Slap it
know
out.
anything? Okay.
Yeah, please do, please do.
Okay, okay. 19.
This dude is being genuinely honest. Like
Fuck.
he does not know what you're talking about.
Uh can I ask him if he can give me a tour of his facility?
You want to see? Oh yeah, no, please come on back, come on back. Let me just put the little bell right here so people can get to me if they need me. All right, ding ding. Okay, fantastic. You just follow me right back. I'll give you a whole tour of the place. And he like leads you back and he shows you his establishment. He's got like a furnace that's kept stocked by like fresh wood.
Yeah.
Um, he has a selection of slabs which are currently empty. He has a number of sticks
Mm-hmm.
that look like they could be used to puppet bodies.
Oh.
Um, but he gives you the whole tour of the establishment. He's like, okay, there you go. You got the furnace. You got that right there. That over there, that back space right there is where we put the mourners. The masseuse goes over there. The priest, he likes to stand right about here-ish. You can tell by the way that it is. And I mean, if you really want the ultra deluxe package, which we can do just for you, my friend, um, we like to bring the griffins in from the ceiling.
um, can I do a arcana check to see if I can detect any necromancy magic going on nearby?
Yes, send out an Arcana check. You won't be able to detect magic because that's a spell.
Right.
But you will be able to see, like, is this a ritual space?
Gotcha. 5.
This is a crematorium.
Okay.
Only by crematorium.
This is a crematorium.
You're
it burns things.
you are breathing in dead people.
You are actively breathing in dead people. This dude's got coal lung, guaranteed. Except it's
that's
not
why his
coal
name's
lung,
Cole.
and he's growing small creatures inside his lungs. So can I put you down for the deluxe package? Or do you want the Griffin?
I think I need to think about it longer.
Hey, fair enough. It's a big deal. Death only comes once in a lifetime.
Yep. Unless you're a necromancer.
Exactly. You got it. Or a particularly sensual druid.
Nope. Nope, we're not gonna. Nope. Nope.
The sensuality's got nothing to do with it.
Can I can I see if I can I don't know if this is gonna work. Am I able to make it seem like I left, but like can keep searching? Like, can I try and hide as a turtle?
You're a 500-pound fucking turtle, dude.
Yeah.
Unless you are turning invisible or casting some kind of illusion spell that is convincing enough to trick this guy.
But I have a +1 to stealth.
You are also a 500-pound turtle, and he is watching you. You're not Harry fucking Houdini, bro. You are Franklin the Turtle.
+1, that's rookie numbers.
Yeah, well, I didn't specialize in stealth. That's not the fucking point.
Exactly.
It's more the fact that I have 19 AC, and yet I don't make enough noise that I would have a fucking minus in stealth. Okay, then... Is there any, like, items in this area? Like, anything
items like...
Like, you know, tools or books or things like that in the area?
I mean, there's a couple books. There are some, like, knives lying around in case you get someone that's too big for the crematorium. If you want to take a look at the books,
yeah,
you're more than welcome to.
Is he okay with me looking at the books?
I mean, he's not stopping you. He's just kind of like, and over here, if you get the extra deluxe package, is where we bring in the dancing bears. You know, like he's off on his own shit right now.
He's ranting about how great his extra deluxe death package is.
Hey man,
okay.
It only happens once.
Can I start flipping through some of the books?
Yeah. One of them you are already familiar with.
Is it the Night of Surrender or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, absolutely.
God damn it.
The other one
Can I drop it in disgust?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like, oh no, that's okay. A lot of people get upset when they hear that we only have 3 bears, not 4. I understand.
He's so obsessed.
I walk in and ring the bell that he left out.
Oh, if you'll excuse me, I need to go deal with a customer. You're welcome to take your time, tour around the establishment, pick out a slab. You got first pick. I'll be right back. And he is going to walk to the front.
So with him leaving, once Spencer has his time with him, am I able to do an investigation check in the back area to kind of see if I can see
Yeah, yeah.
anything?
Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll it now, and
Okay.
I'll hop over to Spencer. So
Okay.
Spencer, Tom dings the bell, ding ding. You hear from the back room. Hold on, just give me a minute. I'm with a customer right now, and then this guy, this big, broad dude, comes out. He also cleans his hands again with the white handkerchief. He didn't get them dirty. And he goes, hi there. How can I help you? Welcome to Cole's Crematorium. Don't mind the sign. Welcome to Cole's Crematorium. How can I do you for today? Do you
I
need
was.
some crematorium?
I don't think I do just yet, but I was sent to pick something up for Jermaine. As a courier.
Um,
Do I have the
I'm
right
I'm
place?
sorry. You must no, and you must have the wrong person. Believe it or not, you are not the first person to come in today thinking I was someone else.
Is there another person or another business on the street with someone named Cole that you can
Not
point
to
me in
my
the right direction?
not no not to my knowledge. I'm pretty much the only Cole around these parts. They call me Cole, because that's my name.
I'm sorry for disturbing you then, Cole. I'll
No, it's no worry.
certainly keep you in mind when I'm closer to the end of my time.
Hey, for sure. I just need you to know, Cole's Crematorium. We got the best in the packages. We got bears.
Oh yeah, I will note that down,
Fantastic. All right, yeah. Have a wonderful day now.
and I'll walk back in and just go around the corner to or the like a little alley or somewhere where I can watch the door and just wait.
Okay, sounds good. What did you get on that investigation check, Sam?
I got a 5.
Okay, it's a crematorium.
Fuck.
You find some books. You find some knives that look like they might be used to cut people up when they're too big for the fucking furnace. You find a couple of slabs. Maybe they
Okay.
put bodies. That's crazy. There's this like really odd looking, it looks kind of like an oven, but it's got a really big front to it, and it doesn't have any racks. Looks like they just put something really big in there.
Can I can I open it?
Yes, it's an oven. It's a crematorium oven. They burn people in there. He mentioned this to you in the ultra deluxe briefing package.
I was too busy.
10% off if you get a subscription.
Subscription for what?
All your children.
Yeah, there you go.
That's terrifying.
It's like
And Cole
buying
comes.
a burial plot for later.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Cole comes back in. He's like,
Did I hear
"You
any
would
of
not
that
believe it."
or no? Would I have heard any of that?
I'm gonna say you're gonna be too busy looking around to really make
Okay.
out much. You'd
But I
probably have
heard that
heard,
there was
"Oh, there's
someone
another
up there.
customer in." Yeah, yeah. Like you heard the bell, and he left to go talk to someone.
Yeah.
So, like, there was somebody else there.
Yeah.
And he comes back in. And he's like, "All right, would you believe that guy also thought that I was someone else? That's crazy." So let me tell you more about the Bears.
Can I pause him and go, wait, what do you mean he thought you were someone
Oh,
else? Someone else. Is there another Cole?
apparently.
Do you know have you ever been aware that there's another Cole?
I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people called Cole around here. They call me Cole because that's my name.
uh did your mama name you or
I think it was more of a group effort.
okay. I just say well I guess I'll kind of be like, well, apologies for the sudden um intrusion of asking about necromancy and such. Do you know happen to know where that gentleman that came in earlier went?
I mean, I think he just went outside. I
Uh,
didn't follow him down the street or nothing.
can I just like continue? Can I just like walk past Cole and start heading outside?
Yeah, okay. Remember me with the bears when you're done. Okay, here you come. I gotta fix that sign.
Can I see if I see Spencer?
Uh, make a perception check. Tom, if you're trying to hide, make a stealth check. If you're not, then don't.
10.
Trying to hide. Hold on. Uh, 19 on stealth.
Jesus.
Okay, so you are trying to hide.
Yeah. Trying
Okay.
just not to be noticed, not seen.
Yeah. So Tom, you see a very pale, almost deathly turtle with piercing, straight white eyes walk out of the crematorium and start looking around. Master Yago, you see a bunch of people. A lot of people out on the street.
Can I just kind of can I stay by the door and just kind of wait to see if anyone else goes in to talk to Cole?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just kind of I just kind of like make it look like I'm preoccupied with something else.
For sure. 5 minutes go by. 10 minutes go by. 15 minutes go by. And you hear like a commotion start to happen on the far end of the street. There's a loud noise above you. Go ahead and make me a dex saving throw.
Okay. Huh. That's a 15.
Okay. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as a gargoyle falls from the sky, clips you with its wing as it hits the ground, and lies still on the ground. You can see where a large, like, it's like a crossbow bolt, but way bigger. Not
Ballista
like a
bolt?
ballista,
Oh,
not a
okay.
ballista, medium sized. Has pierced straight through its chest, and it just lies on the ground, twitches its wing once, and falls limply to the ground.
Is it dead or is it just um not moving?
Make a medicine check.
Okay. Uh, 18.
It's fucking dead. It took a big ass bolt to the chest. It's gone.
So I got shanked by a fucking elf, and I'm fine.
Yeah, only a little bit.
um,
And
can I can I
Tom,
see
you will see this happen as well.
do I see where the crossbow came from? Crossbow bolt came from?
No, you didn't even see
Also-
where the gargoyle came from, other than up.
Gotcha. Also, Jeff, can you stop trying to fucking kill me?
It's gargoyle falls on you, you take damage. Big stone thing hits you in the head. You get hit by a stone. It hurts. Get hit with a stone. It hurts. Stones hurt.
Okay.
It would have hit Tom too. I don't discriminate.
Can I cast Arcane to see if I can spot any?
Cast Arcane.
But you fucking do an Arcane check.
None.
To see
Yes.
if I notice
Make-
magic in the bolt.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check. Tom, go ahead and make me a perception check.
That's a 21 for me.
It's just a bolt.
Fuck.
4.
You don't know what's going on with that commotion at the far end of the street, but they're definitely getting closer.
Just gonna, move further back into whatever spot or alley I'm in to avoid getting dragged into it, but still able to watch it, just in case it becomes something I need to quickly leave.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I duck into an alleyway and try and like poke my little turtle head out to see what's going on?
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay. So that's a 3.
Sick. Okay. You kind of like duck around a corner.
Yeah.
You enter into this alleyway, which, as far as you can tell, is unoccupied. Tom, you watch a turtle just come into your alleyway. It's in there. It's like looking around the corner, Scooby-Doo style. Somehow doesn't notice you, despite you both kind of watching the situation. The commotion gets closer. You see a like a what is it? Like the biggest orc you've maybe ever seen in your life. Like definitely not full-blooded orc. There's something else in there, and that other something else is fucking big. Giant ogre, maybe troll. You're not fucking sure. And she is accompanied by a warforged, who is all in black, and a like a very small goblin. This very small goblin is coincidentally holding a really fucking big crossbow.
Oh.
The big orc leans over and picks up a package from the gargoyle and just kind of goes like, "We got it," and turns around and starts to walk back the way they came.
I guess I won't move because I don't care about the package. But I will be interested in why that orc is so big.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Tom, what are you up to? You just watched that happen.
Spencer's like, do I fight them for the package?
Sam, also make me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Wilbur's instructions were
That is exactly 20.
Okay.
I would get a package from Cole for Jermaine, right? It
But
wasn't.
maybe it hadn't arrived yet.
You would find a package that was addressed from Cole to Jermaine.
It was not necessarily like you wouldn't get it from Cole.
I wouldn't get it from Cole.
It would just be addressed from Cole. AK, that one might have been a messenger gargoyle that just got fucked. Ruh-roh.
With a 20 on intelligence, Master Yago,
Yes.
I will let Tom think about what he wants to do. Something is like catching in your turtle brain. Cut Street. Someone named Cole, an all-black warforged, which is not common.
Ooh. This is probably not going to end well. Can I tail them?
Are you doing this stealthily or not?
Not overly. Like I would say, like they definitely know I'm there, but I don't. I like how do I guess I'm not sure how to word this. Like I'm not like slinking from alleyway to alleyway, but I'm just kind of like keeping my distance.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Tom,
Yeah.
what are you up to?
I'll probably be doing the same thing. Um,
Except
through
stealthily.
but through the back alleys or on rooftop if I need to, because at this point something's going on. I'm in front of there's a package at the store for coal. Likelihood, with 6 platinum on the line, maybe this is what Wilbur was going for, so I'll follow and try and maybe actually can I see any before I do that, can I see anything identifying on the gargoyle to see if I can know where it came from?
Um,
What,
are you
like
looking from a distance, or are you actively like walking over to look?
the goblin orc thing and the warforge have started walking away, haven't they?
Yeah, they've started to move on.
Yeah. So if they're not, looking back, I'll walk over to the gargoyle.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Investigation is a 12.
You don't see anything on the gargoyle. However, you do find a tag on the ground, which says from Cole and an address, and to Germain and another address.
Does the Cole address match where we are? Like, is it
No,
Concord Street or it's a different Cole?
no. The name is Cole. It's not the crematorium guy.
Just had to check.
Yep, fair enough. Fair enough. It's spelled like the thing.
Okay. So then I will definitely start following to see if I can at some point grab the package, but for now just watching and following.
Okay, sweet. You also notice that not so stealthily, tailing behind them, is that same turtle.
Put it, but not let it bother me since I won't be losing his position.
Okay.
I'll
So
know where the
both of
torch
you,
is.
Then the turtle vanishes. Oh fuck! Way to go!
both of you follow this trio um, out of North Edge, um, southwards into the district called Tavik's Landing, which you know is a huge, very widespread district, much nicer in quality than Lower Dura, but like not by much. Um, from Tavik's Landing, they make their way uh, even further down. They find some old stone staircase that seems to be like carved out of the base of one of these like central core towers. And they make their way even further down into what is traditionally called the hilt, um, where Tom, you would know this to be like the criminal underbelly. It's not all criminal, but there's just something about underground spaces that seems to attract them.
Okay. And it would have been somewhere that I've been before, probably.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you've probably been in and out a couple times.
Okay.
And both of you continue to follow them down. They make a turn, and I will need both of you to make perception checks.
17.
Helps when I actually roll a d20 and not a d12. Sam, turn all the lights out on me. That would be a 19.
Okay. Master Iago, you turn the corner to follow them. You see there's only 2 of them now.
Oh.
The goblin is no longer with them. Tom,
Shit.
you watch as the goblin slowly drops down from way up high on the wall just around the corner to land quietly behind the turtle, raising its giant crossbow and just poking him in the back of the head.
Don't make any sudden movements.
Okay. What's all of this about? No, I'm not trying to say that. What's all of this about?
What? What, you stupid? I don't know who you are. You following us down here?
You do realize
Give me
this
one good
is-
reason. Why don't open a new hole in the back of your head?
Because maybe I have information you're looking for.
Yeah, information about what? Go ahead. Tell me what you know.
God, am I gonna die again?
Well, he's being accosted. Which one of them
Yeah.
is holding the package?
The package is being held by the large four.
Of course. Can I? How's this work? Can I? Like, am I kind of like question? Because I was talking to him, am I kind of like looking back as I'm saying this, or am I?
No.
Am I dead looking forward?
If you want to look back, go ahead. But
I don't like how you
Like-
said that.
if you want to look back, go ahead. This goblin is pointing a loaded, medium-sized crossbow at the back of your head.
Okay.
If you want to make an intelligence check to figure out how she might take that, go ahead.
Yeah.
I
okay.
don't think you need to.
Can I say? Can I just kind of like while like my hands are up and everything, I'm just gonna be like, oh, I'll give you the information you want. It's, and then I utter a divine word. And cast Word of Radiance.
Okay, sure.
So each
Sure.
creature of your choice, because you utter a divine word and a burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature within range must succeed a Constitution saving throw. It's a range of 5 feet, which I'm guessing since it's pointed at the back of my head, he's within 5 feet.
Each creature
Yep.
of your choice that you can see.
Oh.
Within 5 feet.
But it does say that I can see.
It do be a sight-based spell.
But why
You
don't
can not do that. I will allow you to not do that.
Okay, well, why? Okay, but if it erupts from you and is a 5-foot box, why would it matter if you can see them? When they still get hit? When they still get hit?
Range 5 feet. Duration is in burning. No, because it's each creature you can see.
It's dumb.
That's how it's written. You cannot do that. I will allow you to retcon that.
Can I? Quick question: Ray of Sickness does not say I need to see them. It just says within range, and the range is 60 feet.
Come on. Ray of Sickness.
It doesn't specify they have to be seen. It just says a ray of sickness of energy lashes towards the creature within range. So
You do have to see them to attack them.
Fine.
To make a spell attack.
Can I pull? Okay, you know what? Just fuck it. Just because I can. Can I just be like, I'll put my hands up and be like, oh, don't do it. Don't. Just fucking pop my shell. I just shell the fence.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So my speed drops to 0 and my AC goes up by 4.
Okay, this is like one of the more weird. Wait, what are you doing?
He's just hearing echo from the show. Fuck you.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna walk away. And if I see you again, I'm just gonna shoot you. Does that sound like a good plan?
Does he start walking in front of me?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I'm just gonna walk away.
Okay. Because I can bonus action emerge from my shell and then cast a spell now that he's in front of me.
Yeah, you totally can. That's what you want to do.
While the goblin's distracted by Yago,
Yeah.
is there a way to get closer to the half-orc?
The half-orc has kept walking. So you could probably just, like, walk past them.
Yeah.
Like, you could just walk past whatever the fuck is going on between the turtle and the goblin and just keep going.
Okay. Yeah,
'Cause-
I'll
Is he
just
giving... Question.
walk past.
Quick question. Is he giving me a wide berth or no? Is he
It's
just
like a-
walking
it's like
right
a
by
10
me?
It's like a 10-foot corridor. I think he's, like, having to walk within 5 feet of you, if that's what you mean.
Okay. So that one would
Mac,
work.
are you talking about me or the goblin?
The goblin, not you. I don't give a shit about you. I don't know about you yet.
Yeah, the goblin also has to walk by you.
I'll just walk past this and acted on. As if
can I pop into my shell
had
and
my own business.
cast Toll the Dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I will do that.
Marvelous. Let's have everyone roll initiative just to manage this.
So am I rolling first or am I rolling initiative?
Initiative.
You're rolling initiative.
Even though I'm popping out and casting Toll the Dead?
Yes, we still need initiative order.
11.
Also, you don't roll. It's a wisdom save.
I still roll the damage.
We're not there
Yeah,
yet.
if you succeed. So initiative first. Moral of the story is
11.
Spencer, what'd you get?
17.
17. Okay. Tom, you are technically first in the order, but we do have a wisdom save to make. What is your DC?
13.
Okay, it succeeds with a 17.
Okay. So it takes half damage.
So it takes no damage. It's cantrip.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Tom, you are just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on between these two guys. I'm just gonna leave. As you're walking by, you watch the turtle pop out of its shell and cast some kind of spell. A bell sounds, and kind of the shockwave of the sound echoes towards the goblin. The goblin kind of shakes it off and looks like she's gonna turn and shoot this turtle. Are you gonna do anything?
I know nothing of what this turtle is doing and have really no reason to be helping it. If anything, it is currently distracting one of the 3 members of the party I am now trying to get something back from. So no, I probably will just keep going to try and catch the half-orc while the goblin is distracted. See if I can get the
Yeah.
package from it.
Okay.
But no,
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's the goblin's turn now.
Okay.
I assume you just move your full range. The goblin is going to raise its crossbow, point it right at Master Yago, and she's going to go,
All right. I'm going to give you one chance. What do you want with Cole's package?
I don't want anything
and
with
that will
Cole's.
be
Okay. Can I say something?
the end of your turn.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not your turn. Now it's your turn. Haha, what are you going to say?
Oh, I was gonna say, package. I want nothing with the package. Is Cole the Black Warforge?
Tom, it's your turn. You hear this whole exchange.
I'll probably slow a moment just to see if the goblin will say sort of what it is out of curiosity, but not to the point where I lose the half-orc. So like if the half-orc is, gonna get out of sight, then I won't wait around too much, but otherwise we'll wait to see if the goblin says anything about what the package is.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can move like 15 feet and stay kind of in that sweet spot, but your next turn you're gonna have to choose one way or the other.
Okay.
I'm be real. We're gonna come out of initiative for a bit because this is just gonna be talking unless you want to fucking try to stab someone. So the goblin's just gonna go like,
What's it to you?
I was told by another Warforged that Cole was someone of interest in what I'm searching for.
I mean, he's of interest to a lot of people. Makes sense.
Not in a bad way of like me trying to hurt him kind of way. More of like I just would like some knowledge passed down from him.
Oh, you're like a friend of him?
I know a guy.
go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage because you just tried to toll her dead.
It's a her.
Yeah.
Oh,
He said
I didn't hear that earlier. You said deception.
persuade.
Oh, oops, persuasion. Hang on.
Persuasion.
Okay, we're gonna ignore that too.
Because you're not technically lying. You know a guy.
I know a guy. Okay, 1. So that's 9. Well, 9's better than 6, which sucks because it's a disadvantage. So 6.
Right. You know a guy. Sure. Sure thing, man. Yeah, tell you what. Come on. I'll take you to see him. They're just going this way.
And
Okay.
she like puts the crossbow away and starts walking down the hall.
Okay.
Tom, you're following the half-orc. You continue to follow the half-orc to like a door cut into the side of the stone. They go in. You can hear from inside the sounds of a tavern or an inn. There's sounds of jovial, soundy jovialness, all the fun stuff. And you're just kind of standing outside.
Follow man.
Okay, yeah. So you walk in. It's like an inn. It's like an inn. It's a tavern. It's not the nicest you've ever been in, but it's okay. You watch as the half-orc and the Warforged walk past the bar and into a back room.
Does it seem like there's any sort of guard, or it's like behind the bar, the door?
Like they gave like a nod to the bartender, and then they went in. It doesn't look like there's any kind of guard outside. You watch as now the door opens again behind you. You see that same turtle now walking with the goblin, and the goblin walks to that same back room, gives a nod to the bartender, and just kind of like gestures towards the turtle, goes,
He's with me. Don't worry about it.
and then opens the door and goes in.
Behind the turtle and try and follow them in?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say make a stealth or a sleight of hand roll.
That would be stealth. That's sleight of hand. He's hiding behind
Make
me.
a stealth or a sleight of hand roll.
A 10.
For which one?
Stealth.
Okay. You try to kind of like hide in the shadow of the turtle as they enter the back room. But the door closes just a little bit quicker than you were expecting, and you're left just kind of standing there, like very much out in the open, and the bartender kind of looks over you, and you look over at the bartender, and he looks over at you, and you look over at the bartender, and he just kind of goes like, he like raises a hand questioningly, like, did you really just do that? Is that really what we're doing today?
I'll walk away from the door and just get a drink and sit down somewhere intrusive.
You see the bartender like nod towards a table, and two large, a half orc and a human, go and stand next to the door.
Okay.
Fuck. They increase security.
Like not by the door to the back room, the door to get out.
Oh, Spencer's fucked.
And the bartender will put down the glass and walk over towards you. As we're gonna cut over to Sam in the back room, Master Yago.
Yeah.
You walk into the back room. You see the half orc is standing just on the other side of a table. The Warforged is also standing at this table. They're both kind of like looking at the package. They were obviously waiting for the goblin to come in. The goblin comes in, and she goes, "Come on. Hey, come on, stand over here. Don't worry about it."
Okay.
And like the half orc and the Warforged like look at her like, what the fuck is this? And so now all three of them are just kind of like looking at you, and the goblin just goes,
Well, do I have to tell them, or are you going to tell them?
I would just be like, I was told that there's a person named Cole that would be able to.
No, not that thing. The other thing.
What?
The other thing.
I know a guy.
No, really? Do you not know?
No.
Okay, I'll tell them. Don't worry. Yeah, he's a fucking rat.
Oh.
and at that, both the half orc and the Warforged are gonna come over and try to beat you up.
Oh, lovely.
Initiative?
Why
We
is
won't
that
be in
such
it for long.
17.
Fuck. I assume
Okay.
he is.
Oh yeah, you're rolling initiative too, but it's going to be
Yeah.
way more of a clusterfuck. Um. Okay, so the turtle goes first. What's your move? These three individuals are just coming at you.
Yeah.
No weapons. They're just barefisting it.
They're just gonna try and punch me.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Then I guess I will. Uh. I guess this time, since I can see all three of them, I will do my word of radiance. So I utter a divine word of burning radiance. Are they like walking? Sorry, actually, let me rephrase that before I choose to do that entirely. Are they like, have they walked up to me, or are they walking up to me? Specific word.
The goblin is close enough to be within 5 feet. The other two are probably 10 feet away.
Okay. Then
Man, where did I put the step block?
just because I want to try it out and see how this goes, I'm going to actually, can I do that? Oh, actually, I don't know if that's allowed. So, quick question, Jeff.
Sure.
Before I say if I can do this, because I was
Yeah.
looking into this. So I have my shell defense, which is as an
Yep.
action, you can withdraw into your shell and gain +4 bonus to your AC.
Yeah.
But I can bonus action Shield of Faith.
Okay, yeah.
Can I cast Shield of Faith and then go into my shell?
Um,
Can I bonus action and then action to go into my shell?
let
Or
me
is
take
that
a look.
not allowed? Because it does specifically say when you withdraw into your shell, while you're in your shell, you are prone. Your speed is 0. It cannot increase. You have a disadvantage on Dex saving throws, and you can't take reactions.
Yeah,
And your
no,
only
no,
action
you
take
can take a bonus
to
action
range.
before an action.
Okay, awesome. So can I Shield of Faith and then pop into my shell? So I
Yeah.
now have 23 AC.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. No, sorry, not 23.
And
21. 21, because I'm not holding
Okay.
my shield anymore.
Sure.
Because I'm in a
Sure.
shell. So 21, not 23.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Are you? Is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn because I cannot move while I'm in my shell, and I cannot do anything else while I'm in my shell.
Okay,
Until I
perfect.
emerge from my shell.
Spencer, what did you roll for initiative again? Sorry.
8 this time around.
Ah, okay. So everything goes before you. So first up is the Warforged. The Warforged is going to make 2 attacks. Just swinging with its fist. Neither of which hit. Pretty sure. Yeah. No, correct. Neither of which hit. That's his turn.
Okay.
He moves close. He does the thing. That's all good. Next up is the half orc, who hits on the first attack, but does
Okay.
not hit on the second.
Okay.
So that is going to be 5 points of damage.
I'm dead.
Okay. This half orc that's like twice your size and definitely has some like fucking giant in her or something just walks up, looks down at you, picks you up by the shell, and just drops you. You fall unconscious.
Yep.
Tom, the bartender is going to move to get up into your grill, and he's going to make 2 attacks with just his fists. That will be a 15 and a 9.
The 15 hits.
Okay, you're gonna take 7 points of damage. That was a big roll.
Spencer, what class are you again?
Rogue.
Okay, so you don't have a lot of health left.
No. I infected
Most of the bar will stay sitting down. This isn't their shit. However, of the table where 2 of them went to cover the door, 2 more guys get up and are going to start moving in direction. It's your turn.
Are there any other doors, windows beyond, the one we came in, the one that I got blocked from going in? Like, is there anything else?
There are 2 doors, the one you came in and the one that everybody else went through. There are no windows.
The one being guarded and the one that's not being guarded, but you know has shit going on.
I'm gonna look at the bartender, just, look, dude, I was just hired to grab something. I don't know anything. The half-orc thing, whatever their mix is, grabbed it. I was just
That's
trying to,
racist.
do what I can to follow. It's not that big a deal. I can leave, and I will. He's melee, so I can't move. Sorry?
What will you do, Spencer?
Yep.
You have your action. You can disengage
Yeah.
if you'd like.
Yeah, but that's only the one, and doesn't mean that I can get past the others. Or it does. It doesn't provoke for the rest of the turn. Chance of just being able to disengage and run out, since there's no opportunity attacks.
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to make it out the door.
Then-
Just barely, though. Like, you'll make
Yeah.
it out the door.
Okay. Do that just so that it gets me into a better area with less people.
Mhm.
And just once I'm out, just looking for what the best way to get away from whatever the situation has gone into, without, running into something else.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, top of the round. Sam? You're unconscious.
Yeah, so I have to roll a.
No, you are not dying. They have hit you with non-lethal damage.
Oh,
You're just
You are unconscious.
okay.
So moving on.
So then what do I do
Spencer,
then if I'm
you-
unconscious?
You do nothing. You're unconscious.
Yeah, exactly. So why'd you ask me?
You can't do anything. I didn't ask. I told you. You're unconscious. Tom, you feel a prick in the back of your neck. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
That will be a 15.
Okay, solid. You like slap the back of your neck because it felt like a bug bit you. Take 2 points of damage. As you look back to see a tiny sprite with a sprite-sized longbow that has just shot you in the back of the neck.
The toothpick dealt a fifth of my health.
To be fair, it was a natural 20. Normally, it only does 1 damage.
It was a natural 20.
Oh,
Are you down?
No, not yet.
How much health
Not
do you
yet.
have?
Right now?
No, like how much? What's your max health?
I just went with Abby. Gave me.
Because I have 10.
Hold on. Rogue. 8. Yeah, 8 plus my con mod, so 10.
Oh, okay, so it saves me.
Based. The bartender makes his way out. He does not attack you. Instead, he says to you,
Oh no. We're gonna ask you some questions.
the two bruisers by the door are going to come and they're going to bruise you. That's what they do. It's in the job description.
Okay,
Uh,
many
so-
questions.
It's a 22 and a 20.
They ask questions second.
They
22 and a 20?
questions. I'm
Jeff.
unconscious.
Jeff, quick question. Where the fuck were
Yeah.
these rolls when you were a player, you piece of shit?
These aren't even
Jeff.
good rolls.
Jeff, I don't believe you.
You're fucking with like trained bouncers, man.
Jeff,
I don't know what you want.
At
from
level
me.
1, I can have 21 AC, and you killed me twice.
Yes.
It's harder
You
to
keep
hit.
picking fights way above your weight class. Yeah, so you take a
Why
grand
are any
total
of
of
these people way above our weight class?
Sorry, grand total of what?
6 damage.
Okay, yeah, I'm still unconscious. I
Okay,
had 1 left.
You fall unconscious. The last thing you see is the bartender, like leaning over you. Looks like he's gonna grab you, tie you up. Both of you come into consciousness an undetermined amount of time later. You are tied to chairs in a room. The large half orc is standing there alongside the Black Warforged. There is a third person in this room that is tied to a chair. However, you don't think that you've seen them before. There, in fact, seems to be 4 people total tied to a chair. 1 to your collective left, 1 to your collective right, both of whom are people you've never seen before. The half-orc kind of pats the Warforged on the back, says,
Good job, Cole. You're gonna ask them lots of good questions. I want to know everything about them.
and walks out of a door behind them. The Black Warforged turns to the half-orc and goes, yeah, sure, boss. I'm going to need to get my tools first, though. You said a couple guys, you have them stand outside the door. I'm going to get my tools. I'm going to come back later.
Yeah, whatever, Cole, whatever. You do whatever you want.
Man, thanks, boss. I appreciate that. And he just kind of like stands there and waits for her to leave. He turns to the 4 of you and goes, look, guys, I'm really sorry about this. It was not supposed to go this way. I don't even know who the turtle is. I assume you, the elf, the half elf, I assume you're the guy who was supposed to get my package. I even told them where they were going to shoot it down. I did the whole thing for you, and look where you are now. So really, you've got no one to blame but yourself. So I'm going to go, and hopefully you see me again. Maybe you don't. Do your best to get out of here, though, because once the boss comes back and you're not tortured, I'm gonna be in for a world of hurt if they catch me. And he turns and walks out, and that is where we are gonna end.
Oh. Well done, Jeffrey.
For context, there was a really non-violent way to do all of this, and someone, not gonna name names, it's the turtle, decided to walk into not 1 but 2 gang hideouts and start shit with people.
Okay, I didn't start shit the second one. The second one, the guy invited me in.
You followed them very obviously, and then you fell for a bait. Not 1, but 2 gang hideouts. 2 separate gangs. 2 different criminal organizations. And you're in shit with both of them.
He's been on his own for a really long time.
There were so many non-violent ways for this to end, but no, we're going the torture route. Fine.
I'm not sure I necessarily got us to this ending.
Well, you fucking tried to sneak behind a goddamn turtle and fucked up.
By the way, sleight of hand, he was just gonna ride you like a fucking pony.
Slip inside the shell.
Like doing like a jungle gym kind of setup around the shell to avoid the barkeep.
He was gonna ride you like a pony. Oh fuck.
I rolled a 3 on that stealth. That is tough. That was tough.
+7.
That was very unfortunate. I apologize. I don't, but like I apologize. That is tough. So anyway, that's where we're gonna call it.
Okay.
That actually segues kind of okay into picking up the actual game that I want to play.
Okay.
And depending on how many people show up next session, the number of people that are tied to chairs will increase or decrease violently.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be kind of like this was kind of a teaser, was kind of the point, because I'm gonna upload it as that on the podcast as well. And
Yeah,
so
this is just a fun little one shot to get familiar with your characters and with the game.
Yeah. And so we'll hopefully have more people next time, and also hopefully an actual fucking schedule, and not just, oh look, a Saturday that actually, surprise surprise, not everyone can come to. God damn it.
That was unfortunate, but you know,
Yes.
what are you gonna do?
Exactly. It happens. Anyway, yeah. Well, thank you, Jeff, for running it, because I think, is this the first? No, this is the second time you DM'd for us, but the first one was like, weren't you gonna like tandem DM with like Thomas?
Oh yeah, I don't even think I did that. I don't
Yeah,
even think
I
I
don't remember- I
DM'd
don't
this
remember
single game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this is the first official time you've DM'd.
Yeah, and you guys are lucky because I'm DMing fucking D&D, which is not what I usually do.
Oh, right. Yeah, you usually do one of the other ones, right?
I do a
Right.
shit ton of other systems.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You
it's
put in
happening.
middle for like July to September, and I get my schedule in the last week of every month. So I can
That's so
solely-
tough.
I will say, it's not, I made it for that, but if you look, the main account, it's for every single day. I'm not available every single day. I've put in as another account saying what my actual schedule is, and that's not even fully correct yet, because that's just my schedule at the hospital. It's not necessarily my schedule at the retirement home.
I can say
Because I only get the retirement home like 2 weeks in advance. It's supposed to be 4 weeks, but it's not right now. It's only 2, which is really annoying.
Yeah, so I don't know how you expect 3-month schedule to work.
Well, most people have full-time jobs and can do that. That's what I was expecting to have when I made it, but then I didn't take it.
I also have a full-time job. However, my hours change every month of which days I'm working how long.
Then you have what's called a fucky full-time job. You suck. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. We'll figure it out. But like, yeah, because the thing is, I never end the thing anyway. So I'm just gonna look through and be like, oh, there's a bunch of check marks on this day. That's the next time we'll play. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna like end it like I did the last one. Be like, okay, we're playing on these days for the next month. Like, we're just basically gonna be like, vote on the day we're playing next. Because basically, like, we could play on a Saturday, but then the next time we play could be a Tuesday. Next time we play could be another Saturday. Who knows? It just depends. So. All right. Well, I think I will end the live stream here, because I am going to go get ready for bed, because I have to wake up at 5:30 tomorrow. So.
Damn. Okay. Have fun with that, or don't.
Yeah, I won't. I won't. Today sucked. Honestly, the only reason I survived today was because I was super excited to fucking play D&D. Because we haven't played in so long.
That.
So I literally was so done with today. I left the retirement home, and I was so close to just being like, I don't need money. I can just be homeless.
I don't need this. I could leave. I could leave right now.
Yeah. Anyway, it was just a bad day.
Well, I
though, so,
finished. I
whatever.
finished before 11. So.
Yep. Well, I appreciate it, and yeah. So thanks everyone for watching.